Welcome back to the Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast, your one-stop shop for everything wrestling. I am your host, Kenneth O'Neill with Big Hook. We are going to go through our SmackDown recap, and we're going to start by some major talking points. We'll let Hook get us started.
All right, to kick off SmackDown, Cody Rhodes brought out Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and tried to have those boys talk it out. It was pretty interesting. Kevin had a point of view that I didn't think of. But, Ken, what are your thoughts on it?
I thought it was good. It was kind of a big innuendo of what was going to happen at the end, I think. But it was still pretty good. Kevin hit him with the real line. Like, why would I want to be with somebody who didn't want to be my friend? Cammy kept saying that we just need to team up. We don't have to be friends. So I think that was a nice little nod there. They've worked this really well, and I think that Cody coming out, I was like, oh shit, okay, we're starting off with a banger, and then he brought Kevin out, and then brought Sami out, and I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. So I liked it. It was really good. It kind of got down to the grassroots of things, and I really liked the way that happened. So
Yeah, I liked how, like, every segment Cody's in, he kind of throws in, like, something from the past. I like how he threw in his little nugget in there, how Kevin Owens gave him some connections on the indie scene to help him build up his brand while he was out of WWE. I thought that was a nice touch.
it was, and he referenced peeling the curtain back again, and that's. It was just a great segment, man, with the three of them, So,
Yep.
definitely liked it.
Yep. And then shortly after that, we had the mixed match tag between Santos Escobar and Selena Vega versus Rhea Ripley and Dominic. Rhea Ripley and Dom won. I mean, that match was okay. But it led into the Rey Mysterio and Dom face-off. I thought this segment was really nice. It's slowly building into Ray snapping, as we saw with Ray going backstage with LA Knight. He's got a real quick trigger right now. Hopefully, they have Dom turn on or attack Ray after his Hall of Fame speech. We want the Hall of Fame speech, but maybe like if he's going back after, maybe attack him then. Set up that WrestleMania match.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to the great Muda for being inductee into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Good. Dakota was excited, but
yeah. For those wondering where Dakota's at again, this man is celebrating St. Patrick's Day, as he should. And then next we had Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Tegan Nox and Emma for a WrestleMania qualifying match. I think they're setting up a fatal four-way tag match at WrestleMania. I feel like that was kind of a spur-of-the-moment type of match. I didn't know anything leading up to that, but, have at it.
I don't think it was. I'm the same way. I think it was just a quick. But I gotta say, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez work well together. At the nimble and the beast. You know what I mean?
Yep. We love big and little tags on this show.
We do. We're a supporter, and I thought that they teamed up really well. Emma and Tegan Nox, they were good together too. But you got the powerhouse and Raquel, and you got quickness of Liv. It was a decent tag match. I mean, I don't have any complaints about it. It was good.
Yep.
Although Raquel almost fell doing her little turnbuckle spinner Rooney elbow drop thing.
Yeah, she missed it by a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as Uncle Howdy at whatever show that was. Telling you, every show I'm going to reference it. Nice shirt, by the way. He's got a KO shirt on.
Yeah, courtesy of Mama O'Neill. So, yeah, I love the fact that we're probably going to be through WrestleMania season still bringing up Uncle Howdy missing that jump.
Yeah. Next we had Rhea Ripley and Charlotte's face-off. Ken, I'm gonna throw this one to you, and because this was crunch time of the Kentucky Providence game. Go Cats! They got the win finally in the tournament. But back on target here. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte had a face-off.
Yeah, it was interesting. Charlotte came out, and got to be pretty much saying Rhea wants to be a superstar and a champion. That she's already done that. She's been in 7, or she's either the challenger or the champion, and she's always been the star, which prompted Rhea to come out with Dominic, whatever you want to say.
I mean, he's a bitch, so it's Dominique.
Yeah, right. Was led to a little back and forth. Rhea had a pretty good little promo segment about, not needing to be a star, or not wanting to be a star, but needing to be a star, which then led out to an all-out brawl between the two of them. Started in the ring, went outside, had a bunch of security, and WWE personnel trying to separate them. It was one of those, they'd fight through them, kick the security guards, throw them around. Nice little brawl back and forth. Which ended with Charlotte and Dominic outside of the gates looking in, and Charlotte Flair was back in the ring standing with the title. I think it's going to be a great match. I hope it is. They're both really good. But it was a good segment. Pretty deep cuts by promos for Rhea, trying to set her up, and Charlotte, she's really kind of hot and cold on the mic tonight. She was pretty well on it, so it was definitely a good segment for me. I liked it.
Yeah. Right after that, we had Xavier Woods versus LA Knight, and Xavier Woods got the win on the backwoods move. This is another one of those where I was trying to watch 2 screens at once, so I missed a little bit of this one, but I did see the ending, and I thought it was fairly good. Kim, what was your thoughts on that?
It was good. I mean, I hate to see LA Knight lose because he's just a good talent. I like him, but it all started over a WWE game, and LA Knight going back and running his mouth, and I really thought LA Knight was going to pull that one out for some reason. I don't know. But they got me again. So, decent match, 2 good guys in the ring.
Then we had the backstage segment with setting up LA Knight and Ray next week. Back to Ray having a quick trigger because of Dominic. They're really, really they're really doing pretty good at setting up Ray getting ready to snap. That's going to be fun to see. I'd like to see him whoop Dom's ass backwards, but
yeah,
hopefully we get like a squash match in between a couple big ones at WrestleMania, and I hope that's the one.
Yeah, well, I mean, next week we got LA Mysterio taking on Rey Mysterio, because that little backstage promo was pretty funny with LA Knight going up to Rey Mysterio about autographs, and then said, "Let me beat your son, I'll do it." He called me LA Mysterio, which then led to Mysterio punch him in the mouth and said something in Spanish. He's walked away, and LA Knight's like, "What did he say?" It was a pretty good segment. I liked it, but be a good match next week. I mean, I'm sure Ray's gonna opt for with LA Knight, but you need to get the man to win. Okay, he's been on a losing streak ever since he lost to Uncle Howdy or Bray Wyatt. Not to bring up a sore subject, but it was.
It is what it is.
For a while.
Yeah. Then we have Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. We called this finish. We called this last week. I think we may have even called it the week before. Don't fact check us. We fact check ourselves. But this is the triple threat we wanted all along. Drew finally gets his shot back at the Intercontinental title after being away from it for a few years, and Sheamus finally gets his shot at actually getting the title the first time. He has had everything else in this business. And Gunther is well overdue for a loss. Why not to one of these two guys?
Well, I mean, he hasn't even really wrestled in a while either. Like, he's not really been active in the ring and stuff, but damn, dude, Sheamus and Drew can put on a match, can't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's probably a good thing Gunther hasn't been in a match because people's chest kind of get, torn up, distorted. You kind of start looking like Kofi Kingston after a while. No offense to Kofi if you're listening somewhere. With the tens and tens of people tuning in.
Hey, listen, we're getting up here, buddy. Okay, we're climbing.
Yeah. Well, he can even look like a little bit like Chris Jericho in the chest if you keep taking them type of chops. Man.
Little jab there. I like it. Okay, subtle jab.
But
the
end of the night, I thought was the best part of the show. Finally, we get a face-off between Sami Zayn and Jay that has a little bit of a payoff for the good guys. Feels like every time he just gets jumped, he gets his ass beat. This time, Kevin finally came in and helped his boy out. Had himself.
Hug it out.
Yeah.
Hug it out.
That crowd was phenomenal. I don't think we've mentioned that yet.
Oh, yeah. No, that crowd was spectacular.
That crowd starting their own chants, stuff we haven't ever heard. Like them chanting "Talk It Out" earlier in the show. Yeah, this crowd was definitely into it. But like you said, when we went to SmackDown, crowds love Sami Zayn. They are fully bought into him.
Yeah. So, and I think that's how they get around right now. They get around the putting Sammy over is by letting them take out the Usos. So, I don't think we'll get a undisputed or world heavyweight at this time. I think we'll get a tag team champions between him and Kevin, which I'm 100% for.
Oh yeah.
But it was pretty cool. When Sammy J started fighting and then Jimmy came out, and I was kind of like, maybe, and all of a sudden music came and I said, yep, here we go. So then, watching then Kevin wreck both of them, and then they start yelling "hug it out" again. So Kevin ran across the ring and gave him the hug. I was like, we're complete! My wife almost kicked me out of the room, but I got excited, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I almost celebrated as hard as I did whenever Cats finally got a fucking tournament win. But
I thought you were going to say when Uncle Howdy hit that move.
No, he didn't hit the move. He missed. I'm not saying I'm happy for Bray Wyatt's injury, but I am happy for him not being at WrestleMania.
It's like the most polite FU I think we can give.
Yeah, that's fair. Dakota's not here for the impolite FUs.
Right. Yeah. But man, like I said, that was a great episode for me. I definitely give that like a A-, in the totality of the episode for me. Like, they had a couple good matches, but the promo segments are what really sold tonight. So
yeah.
And of course you got Drew and Sheamus.
So the thing about SmackDown for me is everything feels a little bit more rushed because they have such a small, or have an hour less. So where everything felt kind of rushed to me, I'm going to give it a B-. I'm going to give it a B-. Almost changed it to a B. The thing that's made this better was the beginning and the end of it. The stuff in between just kind of felt like filler. But the Bloodline storyline and Sheamus and Drew definitely carried.
Oh yeah, that's what gives it A- for me. Was just the opening, the Drew Sheamus. I'll give Ray and Charlotte their due. They put on a pretty good segment, and then the ending with Kevin, Sammy, and the Usos. It was a masterclass. And I'm really looking. We're only 2 weeks away from Mania.
Oh yeah. So yeah, my rating is probably because I didn't see the Charlotte segment, but it is what it is.
Don't get me wrong, it was a little overplayed. Some people probably get on there and be like, "Well, this is kind of flopping around, But typically you see the outbursts that they had between male wrestlers. Like throwing security guards and like chucking them out of the way. But Ray and Charlotte were doing the same thing tonight. And it was just kind of cool to see the females get that kind of promo spot for me.
Yeah, that's. I wish I would have saw that. That'd been a nice touch. I'll go back and watch it later, but So before you get in the comment section, hey John, why didn't you like that segment? It's because I didn't see it. I was watching a basketball game. Go fuck yourself.
Combing his beard while he's doing it too.
I gotta keep it looking decent, man. If I don't comb it, it looks like I'm sitting in humidity. But
at least you can grow one, buddy. My job doesn't let me, so.
Yeah, for now. But
now, hopefully, one day.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you haven't followed us already on social media, you need to. Ken basically takes care of our Twitter account, and he's been putting out some pretty good stuff. Please give us a follow on there. We're begging you. We need some followers. But anyways, follow us at Cheap Pop Podcast.
If we get to 100 followers, I'm going to make Hook come out to the Bray Wyatt theme song. We're going to record it.
You know what? If we get 100 followers, I will buy a Bray Wyatt t-shirt, make a Bray Wyatt background on here, and do an entire episode where I do not complain about Bray Wyatt.
I'm going to have to put some stuff out now. We got to get this up now to make this happen.
If we get 100 followers on our Instagram account, I'll buy the Uncle Howdy mask. But these both have to happen. And
Okay.
we'll throw in a little more. Do they still have the Fiend action figures for sale?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, I'll put one in the background of one of my videos too. So if we get 100 across the board, I'll go all out. Hopefully the wife doesn't tune in for this because I'm going to get murdered. But
Challenge accepted.
So back to what I was saying. Give us a follow on Twitter at Cheap Pop Podcast. Give us a follow on Instagram at Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. TikTok at Pop This Potty for the cheap. I got that out again.
Sir.
Thank God I didn't laugh.
Doing good, man. You're doing great.
The Facebook is under the TNJ Wrestling Podcast umbrella. Make sure you follow them. They're covering the tournament right now. Fun fact, we were going to post tonight my sim of the college basketball video game with the updated rosters, but it had Purdue winning, and we saw how that went. Thanks,
very good.
Thanks, Purdue, for ruining the content that I was going to produce. But yep, this has been a fun episode. Be on the lookout. We're going to have some more content coming with WWE 2K23, and make sure to check us out on Monday. We're going to have an episode out for Monday Night Raw, and then sometime either tomorrow or Sunday, Dakota is going to put out another video that we were working on Wednesday. But yep, this is Hook signing out.
This is Kenneth signing out. I worked on mine too, buddy.
And y'all have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.